What's good, YouTube? If you're using the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra or an S25 device, you know it's packed with features and power. But even with all that capability, there's one thing that most of us still struggle with. That's notifications. It's quite easy to get overwhelmed. One minute you're trying to focus on work or just unwind, and the next your phone lights up with a notification about a safe random app update or a message from a group chat that you haven't checked in weeks. These small interruptions add up. They pull your attention away, break your focus, and make it harder for you to get things done. What's often overlooked is how much control you actually have over these interruptions. The S25 gives you access to a lot of notification settings, many of which aren't obvious at first glance. And when used properly, they can easily help you manage your time and attention better. In this video, we'll be going over some notification tips and tricks and hacks that can help you reduce distractions, stay on task, and let you use your phone more intentionally. These are practical changes, not gimmicks, that you can set up in just a few minutes. They're useful whether you're working from your phone, managing a busy schedule, or just trying to maintain some peace and quiet during the day. So if you like this kind of content or find this kind of content helpful, leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. One of the easiest ways to cut down on distractions without missing anything important is by using Do Not Disturb by scheduling it. On your Galaxy S25 series of phones, you can actually schedule where notifications don't pop up, and then they'll be automatically re-enabled during the scheduled time as well. To get to this setting, what you want to do is actually first jump into your settings. And once you're in your settings, you want to scroll down and you want to look for notifications. And then when you find notifications, what you want to do is actually hit notifications. And then from there, what you want to do is scroll down and you want to look for Do Not Disturb. And you want to hit Do Not Disturb. And then from there, you can schedule and then you can set sleeping. Once it's set, your phone will automatically silence all non-essential notifications during those time blocks. These will include message alerts, app pings, and even calls, depending on how you all set it up. This way, you're still reachable when it matters, but you're not being pulled away from doing what you need to do every few minutes. It creates space to focus, think, and work without going totally off the grid. Once you start using the scheduled Do Not Disturb consistently, it really helps protect your attention and help you schedule and manage your time. I do like to do it during certain times of the day when I try to be a little bit extra productive. The other added benefit of having the Do Not Disturb scheduled is that you can actually make some exceptions where you can scroll down and you can have certain functions allowed during Do Not Disturb. These can include calls and messages, app notifications, and alarms and sounds. So by allowing certain apps to bypass Do Not Disturb, for example, your calendar app just to notify you of upcoming meetings or reminders, you can still have those essential functions while bypassing some of the other notifications that you may not necessarily need, particularly when you're trying to be productive. Next up, we have notification history. Sometimes it's easy to accidentally swipe away or dismiss a notification and then realize later that you've missed something important. Maybe it was a message, a calendar reminder, or an app alert that you wanted to catch. To help with this, the S25 series of phones includes a feature called Notification History. When enabled, this keeps a record of all your notifications from the past 24 hours, even if you cleared them from your notification panel. You'll want to first be able to turn this on and actually access it. So to do so, what you want to do is first jump into your settings. Once you're in your settings, you want to scroll down and you want to look for notifications. And then from there, what you want to do is hit notifications. From there, what you want to do is actually hit advanced settings. And then from there, you want to look for notification history, and then you want to turn this on. Once enabled, you can access the history of any time by swiping down the notification shade and tapping on the notification history option. This opens up a list of all your recent notifications, showing that what you may have missed or casually dismissed without knowing it. This feature is especially useful if you get a lot of notifications during the day and sometimes accidentally clear something you wanted to read later. It acts as a certain safety net, so it's important that important alerts don't slip through the cracks. It's also worth noting that notification history shows notifications even if your phone was locked when they arrived, so you can always check back and stay on top of your alerts without worrying about losing them. Generally, I find that this notification history option really helps me check notifications when I actually have some spare time, so I can put off checking my notifications during times of the day when I want to try to be productive. It's just a general quick tip that gives you a little bit more options in terms of checking your notifications. Next up, we have creating focus mode. One of the most effective ways to reduce distractions and improve your concentration on your S25 is by using a focus mode. This feature is designed specifically to help you create a distraction-free environment, especially if you need to work, study, or just focus on an important task. To get started on this, what you want to do is actually jump to your settings. From there, you want to scroll down and you want to look for modes and routines. And then from there, what you want to do is scroll down and you can add a mode, and then you can set this mode to focus. This section lets you choose which apps you want to temporarily pause during your focus time. When you set up a focus mode, you'll see a list of all the apps installed on your phone, and you can specifically restrict app usage in order to stay focused. You can select the ones that tend to distract you the most, things like social media apps, games, or messaging apps that are not related to your work or priorities. These will be paused during focus mode, meaning they won't send you notifications, and you won't be able to open them up either. At the same time, focus mode allows you to whitelist important apps, those that you want to keep access to even while minimizing distractions. These will usually include productivity apps like your email client, calendar, or communication tools like Slack or Microsoft Teams, so you can stay connected to your work without interruption. Once focus mode is activated, it will block notifications and access to the pause apps until you decide to turn it off. This can be done manually, or you can schedule focus mode to turn on and off automatically at specific times, like during your work hours or during study sessions. Scheduling means you don't have to remember to enable it during the day. It just happens in the background. Using focus mode really does help create intentional boundaries with your phone use. So instead of getting caught up in your constant notifications or the temptation to check apps that aren't relevant to your current task, focus mode keeps your attention where it needs to be. Beyond just blocking apps, it not only improves its efficiency, but also helps reduce stress by cutting out the noise from less important notifications. So focus mode is a great choice and a powerful tool to help you manage your time and attention better, and allows you to automate some of the scheduling for when you want to see your apps or not. If you like focus mode, or you want me to go into a more in-depth tutorial on how to set up different modes and how to set up focus mode, leave a message down below. The next tip that we have are lock screen notifications. Another effective way of taking control of notifications and staying more focused, also while protecting your privacy, is by customizing how notifications appear on your lock screen. Some settings of the S25 might show full message preview, app details, and even content from your email or social media right on your lock screen. This can be helpful at times, but also mean it can be very distracting at other times, and it can also expose private information to anyone who happens to glance at your lock screen. So fortunately, the S25 gives you a lot of flexibility to adjust this. To start, what you want to do is actually jump into your settings. What you want to do is hit notifications, and then from there, what you want to do is look for lock screen notifications. From there, you want to hit lock screen notifications, and then you can turn them on or off, or show or hide the content, which keeps the notification itself visible, like the app icon and that something was received, but it won't show the message previews, contact names, or potentially other sensitive content. This is great if you often receive personal or work-related messages that you don't want others around you to see. So taking a few minutes to tailor these settings can make a big difference, particularly if you have a lot of notifications pop up on your lock screen during the day. This will help improve focus and reduce the number of micro distractions every time your phone locks up, particularly on your lock screen. So at the end of the day, your phone is a powerful tool, but it's only working with you, not constantly pulling you away from what matters. A lot of us get used to the idea of being constantly interrupted as being just part of using a smartphone, but it doesn't really have to be. With these small few changes like scheduling do not disturb or scheduling a focus mode, you can create a calmer, more intentional phone experience, one that keeps you connected to the things that matter while giving you space to focus, work, or just take a break with all that digital noise. It takes time to explore these settings and tailor them to your daily routine, so you'll probably find you'll feel less reactive, more in control once you kind of give these settings a little bit of time. I hope these tips gave you some practical ways to make your S25 work better for you. If you found something helpful, feel free to drop me a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're interested in more videos like this, whether it's Samsung features, productivity tips, or just ways to use your phone more effectively, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss future uploads. And of course, thanks for watching and take care. We'll see you in the next one.